Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, scanning on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on. Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, standing on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on.
I'm gonna dissect. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I think that'll need a
Shit.
slightly deeper dive, so we
I
don't
think so.
get ourselves in trouble. Just in
Yeah,
case.
we're gonna have to. We might have to yeah.
have somebody else vet it too. To be
Right. Oh shit. But so I went on a trip, right? This last year, 2022. I went to Washington D.C. Now I had never been to Washington D.C. Like niggas got to go in 8th grade, but sorry, my family was on the poorer side, so
Brokey.
there was no like 2,300 that my mama was just like, oh yeah, go ahead, go to
for
DC.
it. Yeah.
No, you can go to
These
South
bills
Carolina.
are coming.
Yeah, you can go to South Carolina in the summer, see your cousins
with us,
and that's it. That's your trip, nigga. But so I finally went, took my girl, and we went because we were looking on TikTok and we were trying to figure out like what places we're gonna eat at, like because I like to plan that shit out, prepare my palate. If I'm gonna go to this spot, then I know. Look at the menu. So we picked this.
I have a question.
What's going on?
While you're planning this shit out, are you planning like a day's meals? Or are you talking about like how long were you guys gonna be there?
So we were there for what, 2 nights, 3 nights, 2 nights, or something like that. 3 or 2 nights. Whatever.
So is this like a
It's like a weekend trip.
We're gonna plan like this dinner, or are you talking about you like to plan out every single meal?
So like for instance, if I see like a breakfast spot and they pop it on Instagram, okay, cool, we gonna go to that breakfast spot. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. Like a couple of nights we ate in, and then like maybe we do like breakfast and dinner out or something like that to that effect. But
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
You can get back
I like
to it.
because sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to see. I might never come back here again.
Right.
So like if you say, oh, this spot's hitting, I'm gonna go to it.
Not trying to just hit Chick-fil-A while we
No, fuck
fly
no. I'm not like no rich person, but I do subscribe to the if I got it at home, I'm not eating it.
Right.
Like, yeah,
That's fair.
That's not me. But so we saw this place on TikTok, right? It's a breakfast place. It was black owned. Support black business.
Plus
This
one.
up. I'm sorry, I had to give the detail though.
Nah, I feel you because I think black businesses, you keep hyping up this I'm black.
Go ahead, Devin. Get your shit off.
Okay, so see, try to set me up, but no. So we go into it, and the vibe is nice. Listen, the aesthetic of this place, bro, it felt like you were in Africa. They had Afro beats playing. It was a breakfast spot, so they were like Afro beats, R&B. They had, my girls in the kitchen cooking.
Energy is up.
Energy is up. People our age. So I'm like, okay, young black business. This shit looks
spot,
official.
too. Yeah.
Like, you can get your flicks off, Instagram it up, TikTok it up.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Did it have a neon sign?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it did. So, right?
Like style it.
Yep. Pink. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All that shit. Glitz and glamour. So we saw them there, and it was like an innovative menu, right? It was a breakfast place. They had like, how it's like the McGriddle? They had a sandwich where it was literally like mini pancakes though. So it was McGriddle-ish, but it was mini pancakes and then egg, bacon, whatever. So, I'm like, that's simple. I'm not asking you to be Emeril Lagasse. Just do what you say you can do. So we order food and the ticket system is just out of whack. It's like, yeah, we're going to give you a number, but it's not like a nigga can see all the tables as they walking out. It's one of those where it's like set up like a house, so it be some niggas back in that room, and it's like, how do you know where I'm at? You can't. And it's these girls just running around like chickens with their head cut off. Nobody's talking to anybody really, and it's just like, yeah, I think he had that. I think you only got 5 things on the menu. You might be giving my sandwich to some other nigga, and now I got to get the cold sandwich. Because it's like, oh, yeah, this is actually yours.
My shit been sitting under the halfway dim heating lamp.
And you know how it be when you out of town, niggas don't really have snacks at the crib for real, if you flew, right? you might hit a gas station, but nigga, normally it's for that night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody ate. You know, I got my girl, took my Nana with me on this trip. Like, you know, like she ate, everybody ate. So we a little testy,
A little hangry right now.
We a little hangry. Food come out. Bro, that shit was cold. That shit looked like, you know how like when you growing up, it had the little plastic foods where like you can stick this bun on top.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like that shit, bro. It's supposed to be a pancake sandwich, ain't no syrup, dry as fuck. I'm like, what are we doing? But hey, get your TikTok shit off, I guess. The aesthetic is cool, but the food is not.
How much was it? How much was each thing? Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
You would have thought we was at fucking I don't even know, fucking shit. I don't know. I'll try the Cheesecake Factory. That's something where it's like expensive, right?
Is Cheesecake Factory expensive?
I feel like maybe it's
I've
like
never been to
$30
Cheesecake
plates.
Factory. I've never been.
Never?
No.
I feel like there's a range. But
don't fuck with
what
cheesecake,
is
so.
the price in total?
The price in total.
There's only 5 things on the menu, so they're probably all about the same.
Right. So the price in total, let's just say for me, for instance, right? So I got a sandwich.
Uh-huh.
All I got was a fucking sandwich and maybe some like little hash browns and a drink, like a coffee. So that's normally what? If you go out somewhere, it's normally what, like 17 maybe? 6. That's probably not even that much.
I was going to
probably,
say 12
Knowing
to
you're
15
saying it normally 17, 16, and you're saying this thing is more expensive than that.
is already a problem. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, 12 to 15 is what
my
I...
shit was like $35. $37.
For
nigga.
just you?
Yes. And this was the time where my nana was like, I got us. I'm like, fuck, okay. I don't want you to have to pay all this. I didn't know it was going to cost this much.
That's why when I look at the menu, I look
Right, I
prices.
thought you looked at the menu.
I did
look
look
at
at the menu,
prices.
but it was one of those new eclectic menus where we only give you so much. So, you know, like, they don't put the prices on these type shits, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those where it's got the picture taking up the whole screen, and they be like, biscuit. And it be type shit. Like
How motherfuckers do rent or do apartments. They won't call for pricing.
Yes.
Why does it matter you should just be able to tell me what it is.
Just tell me what it is right now.
Yeah, like.
So, but no, bro. I'm tired of restaurants, like, just doing stuff for the aesthetic and not caring about the food.
Because
For
they
the
know that's what
pictures.
gets people in. That's why look, as soon as you said there was a neon sign, I don't trust it.
Yes.
I like my interior beat up.
I need to know that it's been worked and lived in.
If you let the interior beat up, I know you're more focused on what's happening in that kitchen
Yes.
than what these seats look like. I'm cool if the seats got a little, you feel me, that where it's broken up and you see a little white fluff come out.
Right.
I'm cool with
A
that.
little hitch to them. They got a little,
Yeah.
little wobble to them.
Wobble?
Oh, okay.
I know people been in these.
Okay.
All right.
Wearing them out.
You haven't updated this since the 90s and you're still in business? Oh, okay. So
It's
you're
still
doing
packed out
something.
the door? Okay, got you. Okay, I'll wait my little 30, 45 minutes.
It's like those one people, they have, I forgot what restaurant, they have the little pretty patties, like from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And people were talking about them. They're like $45 for like 4 little mini sliders. And I was like, never. Look, there's a place here.
Yeah.
On Barstown Road.
Yeah.
Sol Aztecas or whatever.
Oh, no.
It has
that's
the
not what I
big
was
neon
talking
sign
about.
out front, and it's
Yeah.
messed up too. I'll never eat there.
Is that the one that everybody goes to?
I don't know.
Maybe.
It has like that,
the
and if they have the
greenery.
vine, if they have
That's
the
the
greenery stuff
greenery
too, yeah,
behind
it's
it.
wraps, bro. I'm not eating there.
No. Like, it's just crazy. But
We worry about TikToks more, and that's that black business. But we're black. Why? The price is what they are. You
Yeah.
know we don't have money for real.
that's
so what
what
are you
I
doing?
never really understood.
But you would pay this, yes, because they've already been established.
They've
I
already-
don't know you.
I don't know you yet. Now, if I go in there and you give me a steak that is on par with like the high class shit, cool. If next year you come around and be like, due to popular demand, we are raising our prices. Yes, you should, because that shit's fire. But when you give me fucking paneer sausages,
Panera,
what? No, what?
Oh.
It's like the little thing from Kroger where you can go buy the frozen.
the one that's like microwavable. or-
Yeah, type shit. If you giving me that and you giving me little Eggo pancakes, no, nigga, no. That shit need to be $4.
When it comes to like black owned like cooking stuff, like I'm not saying because sometimes it's amazing,
Right. Oh,
but if I walk in and like either pictures on the wall or somebody in the kitchen, if it ain't either a mama who's got that elbow or it's
shit.
an older black man that's got some glaucoma.
yep.
If you ain't got one of them, all right, I'm coming in weary now.
Yeah,
now
I'm questioning.
Like, who's cooking now? 'Cause the soul and the heart might have left now.
It might have, and it might be like we different because we black. But I gotta do a research on young soulful black cooks, cause like niggas is doing a lot of the niggas that you see on Instagram and shit, where they chefing it up, and they going to niggas' houses. Some of that shit look dry, bro. Like, it's cool. Your cameras is right. But I ain't really seeing the creaminess in that mac and cheese that I need to see.
Well, what's that Michael Irvin clip? The women, they losing their recipes.
Because they're more focused on the marketing than the actual.
Yes.
Because as long as you can get people to come in, then it's like, all right, bro, if we can just keep constantly getting new people,
Right.
the business model is cool. Because you'll see that with, like, music, a whole bunch of other stuff, bro. It's just get as many people in.
Yes.
Like when I lived in Chicago, I lived close to West Loop. Like I lived on Polk Street, literally the hood. Like it was half gentrified, half hood. And there was these apartments that were going. There were condos or townhouses. They were going for around $250,000.
Okay.
And one of the things is most Instagrammable driveway or backyards because all the garages were painted, so it was cool on Instagram.
Right.
And it's like. That's one of your selling points.
That's
the thing is, like, that sells people. They're like, oh,
Yes.
this will look great on the ground.
That's the craziest.
And the hood is down the street.
Right.
Like, I look outside, like, where I was at, it was literally, our place was cool. Across the street, abandoned house, broken into, all that. And I'm like,
Well, that's like fucking when the Joker movie came out and everybody wanted a picture on those steps that he's doing the dance
yeah,
at.
yeah.
And there was people like, bro, this is like in the middle of the hood. Like,
Yes.
you are not safe here.
like
Right.
when people go to O Block.
Yeah.
Right.
Boy, this is not, this
Yeah.
ain't a museum. Like,
No.
I'm here to show my respect. For who? What do you don't
Exactly.
belong here. You're not from here.
Exactly.
You don't know nobody here. It'd be different if, like, oh, I'm showing respect to my brother, cousin, boom, 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 whatever.
Right.
You in it.
Some celebrity.
You're from the suburbs.
Right.
Why are you here from 3 states over?
And the crazy thing about O Block is like, nigga, that's not even a descript like place on O Block. It's just I'm just on O Block. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, at least if you go to Kanye's old house, it's like, okay, that's the house, or J. Cole's old house. Like, that's the house, right? Niggas just on the street.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. I don't get.
And none of these niggas that live on the street right now know Chief Keef. He's
Or any of them are Vaughn, or I think Vaughn's from Oba.
Yeah, he's so far removed
In
from
your suburb, you would not go down to the place that you consider a scary part of town
Right.
to go take a picture. So why the
Right.
fuck would you go somewhere else and be like, well, it's different. This was in a movie.
Niggas is
Well,
crazy.
they don't give a fuck about that movie.
And then you're not even bringing no money into it.
Right.
What money you spending at O Block or any of the other
No
hoods
shit.
that you
So
go
nigga,
to?
you just at the very least, you what's that word when you infringing on niggas shit? Oh shit, what's that word? Where it's like you biting off somebody's shit.
Culture vulture?
Culture vulture, that type shit. Like
Oh,
you, yeah.
Yeah,
What does he mean?
I don't get it. That whole, and I think that's the fucked up part about the TikTok, Instagram shit that's going on right now is like that shit is also helping like discover a lot of places that are like underground and is actually
Yeah.
good as fuck.
Yeah.
But you're just playing this game now where it's like, damn, this could be good as fuck or this could like real deal be garbage.
Yeah.
Because usually they're good as fuck. They're not spending all that money for TikToks and stuff.
Right.
You spend $1,000
Yeah,
on a
'cause
video
if
and you
it's,
can get
I don't,
500,000 views
I've
on
never
TikTok.
seen an Amy Roof TikTok. Now Amy Roof is a La Soul place in the Bronx. But
Oh, is that where we went?
yeah,
It was good. And the food was, I spent what, like $20? And that was with like,
Amy Roof ain't got no TikTok. But if you in the Bronx, nigga, go to Amy Roof because it's like the best Southern food I've ever had. But like niggas, places like that ain't gotta do like play the game.
No.
It's
they're also
just-
historical though too. So
Yeah.
it's easier like
that is
when
true.
you Google best soul food places, Amy
gonna
Roof
come
gonna
up.
pop up just because like they were made in
Damn. So at the day of like the food critic, the real food critic, is that gone?
Nah, people
So
still there.
what do you consider like a food critic? Are you talking?
Like-
Because I think the days of like, so upper echelon people will still care
Mhm.
about the magazine shit,
Okay.
but like that Keith Lee dude that's on TikTok,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah, he's a food critic.
he's a food critic,
And
but
he's
like
protected.
Yeah.
he's not like on some.
That's true. He's not writing in a
Bro, he's talking to you
newspaper
like a
type
real
shit.
person. Like you
Yeah,
talk to
yeah,
your friend,
yeah,
like, bro,
yeah.
this is good as shit.
Yeah.
This is average.
But he is
I don't
like
fuck with this.
yeah.
You might fuck with it, but that I think it's just the goalpost has changed for what a food critic
is. Or
is.
can,
But it's
yeah.
not gatekeeped anymore.
Yeah,
is the
that's
biggest
true.
thing.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
back when people were doing food critics and shit, like you're only getting the 5-star reviews. Like people weren't. I'm not about to go as a
Yeah.
food critic go review some random hood spot.
But now niggas got payola too, where it's like, okay, we'll just pay somebody that's famous on TikTok to come say our shit's good. Like that one restaurant I went to, there were multiple like people who like, oh yeah, I'm a food critic on TikTok. I went to this place in DC, and niggas was hyping it up, and they would get the same sandwich I got. I'm like, there's no way that you over here saying this shit is great. There's no way.
They gave you the shit from the back of the freezer.
Right. Unless my shit was old, stale.
Freezer burned.
Niggas didn't know I was coming, so I don't think that happened. That's just...
That's also, too, if you say you're a food critic from TikTok, it's just like you say you're a model from Instagram, you do this, blah, blah, blah. What magazine you in?
Oh, model, and you ain't been in Vogue. That's
You know what I'm
you
saying?
a model then.
Because technically anybody can just make some content and say, oh, I'm this, but who's like, I'm not trying to like, oh, you have to be claimed by somebody, but
Yeah.
what's your criteria for
What-
what
yeah.
deems you as a critic? Like,
It's
what
like
do you,
Skip
do you know
Bayless.
food?
Right.
For real, like a lot of these food critics went to like culinary school or studied this like as an art.
Yes.
So it's like, which can sometimes get lost for us because like I just need to know if it's good or not and if
Right.
it's worth the price. And they
Right.
might do the emotion rate is blah blah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care.
all that shit. I'm like, okay,
Like
well.
the resume definitely like requirements have changed
Yes.
now of like what we look at. Because I think back in the day we were like, oh, this person, X and X, whoever person from Food Network has just said da 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 da. This is elite top tier, and now
Like,
it's like,
what's my guy, Guy Fieri?
Flavortown, baby, dinner drive-ins and dives.
He's like, okay, well, nigga said, yeah, go there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go there.
yeah. But now it's like, bro, I don't need like the guy or the girl
Yeah.
to say this. Like, I
Yeah.
just need someone who I consider reputable
Yes,
now.
who I can either feel that's reputable or identify with. So, like, if it's another nigga from, I don't know, from Milwaukee, and he's like, yeah, you know, I go to this place to get some wings, watch the Bucks games. You're like, okay, he's probably similar to me. He's black. He knows
Nah.
what good chicken tastes like.
I learned all black people are not the same.
Now, that's true.
And no
Very
offense
true.
to my homie, he's from Oregon, but we are two total. It's just like, but you can tell like the two types of different. It was just different things that I could notice
Yeah.
that he wouldn't notice. Nigga never had Waffle House before. Like it was just like, I was like, damn, bro, a black person from Oregon and a black person from Kentucky in the South are literally two different
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
And
that's
what you
true.
consider good might not be good to me just because of like where you was at and vice
Very
versa.
true. Very true.
So, Devon, you were talking about this.
Yes, I was. I'll give you some backstory. So I was spending the day cleaning up in the house, right? So normally what I do is, you know, throw my little speaker thing on and just let the shit shuffle. Sometimes I'll do a playlist. So this time I was like, let me do my rap playlist. Like I feel like I need some energy right now. And then Churchill Downs came on, right? Jack Harlow, Drake.
It's disrespectful.
What?
Drake was,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
or maybe it was respectful.
It was respectful, but I mean, it's just two different levels of people in the game. So, but I was sitting there thinking, I was like, damn, because I was like, has Jack ever had a song like this? Like a song that's like a 5 p.m. in Louisville type shit? I don't really think so, right? And I was like, but Drake bringing that type of energy to this song makes it like, damn, now Jack got one of them. Because Jack's verse kind of sound like I'm going at niggas subliminally. I'm not saying no names, but I'm calling y'all niggas out right now. That's on some Drake shit. And I'm like, damn, if I could get a Drake feature, what kind of feature would I want from Drake? Would I want a Churchill Downs? Would I want a I'm on one? Would I want a fucking Problems? What kind of feature? Like, what kind of song would I be like, damn, okay, I got my one card, and I need this card to, like, make me huge. Do I want him on, I don't even know, like a not Too Good For You. What's the song? Work. Do I want to, like, can I try
anthem?
can I try to get in my twerk anthem Caribbean vibe?
Crazy.
And then
Hey,
Drake,
you're gonna make a twerk anthem?
honey, dude. Like, if I could, am I gonna be able to do that? Do I need some R&B shit? Like, I was like, what one is gonna put me out of here?
So I think if you're like a one-off, you've gotten a feature from Drake.
Right.
I think that anybody that has ever done it, they have done it in a pocket that they would at least like themselves to be considered in.
Okay.
Because 9 times out of 10, if you're getting that first Drake feature,
Yeah.
you may not necessarily be like all the way on yet. Like, because I think when Jack got that, he was popular. He's very popular here.
Right,
And I think he is popular in general around the world. He's got a couple hits for sure, but he's there's still another next level for him to hit.
Yes.
So I think when he got that song and that beat, he wants to be considered the rap dude. Like, I'm rapping. Like,
Right.
I do these fun tracks and I do this shit, but I want to be taken seriously as a rapper.
As this, yes.
Migos is doing they shit, and
Fucking Versace.
Versace. This is what we do. We do trap shit.
Trap shit, fun
We
shit.
gotta do this.
Yeah.
Block Boy JB.
Hey, this beat too hard.
It-
That's
Look alive, look up.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
alive.
like
There we
that's
go.
okay. And granted, he didn't take off like that.
Right.
But if you're gonna die on a hill, die on your hill, right? So he was,
so hard.
so he's doing his shit. So I think it's got to be something that I'm willing to stamp
Yes.
my name
Yes.
and my music
Ooh.
on.
But I think so too. Drake's he can do everything. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
he's the best. There's some art like, if I were to go to Jay-Z, I only have so many types of rap that I can have him on.
Yeah. Jay-Z couldn't have been on, what's the song with him and Roy Woods? Drama?
Drama, yeah. Like,
Jay-Z
you know what I'm
could've been
saying?
on
I can't
Drama.
do like R&B stuff with
Right.
Jay-Z and some other artists, but with Drake, I can do whatever I want.
Damn. Okay.
It really don't matter what you're doing on.
It
In
really
the sense
don't.
of a Drake feature going, it's one of those. He got you. If you have a Drake, just anything.
Yeah.
If Drake just mentions your name,
Yes.
you are in the door, and now it's one of those like he's like, I put you there.
It's either are you talented or are you not.
Yeah, it's time
Yes.
to. Now everybody's got eyes on you.
Giveon was on that Chicago freestyle, and that was like his
Yeah.
lane, and now he took off doing that.
He did.
Fucking, what was Smiley? Is that?
Oh,
is that
Yeah, Smiley.
garbage? Here's the thing.
I need to.
I like the song.
I like the song. I like
How
Drake's
can I?
verse.
How can I
Charlie
like
and Gucci
remove
ain't no good
Smiley's?
together.
How can I remove Smiley's verse?
You don't need to. It's so great.
Can what I might do is I might download the song on Adobe, and what I'm gonna
Yes.
do is just cut his part out and
Yes.
just loop Drake's part back in, so I have
Yes.
2 Drake verses.
I like it.
Here's the thing, but I also think in my mind I was like, I fuck with this song. I will also never look up a Smiley song
Fuck no.
ever. So
Fuck no.
I think at that point, Drake, like you said, Drake gave you the eyes. It's time for you to perform.
Yes.
If you don't perform, that's on you.
Like you gotta take it and run with it. Like, okay, so now if I had a
Because they say he puts people on. Like, he's always been the. I know people be like, oh, I think people confuse Drake just wanting the next generation to
Yeah.
come up versus with him being. Don't get me wrong, he probably does see something like, oh, this might pop next. I want to get on this. Because if you want to stay on top, you got to do what you want to do to stay on top.
Right.
So, of course, you're going to be in different genres. And if you're an artist, you're going to try your hand in different types of music. But he's like, oh, I see this dude popping. I think 21 Savage was talking about, like, before 21 popped off, he's like, he hit me up, was like, hey, I see you doing something, then pulled up in some type of car, gave him a car, and it's like, he just trying to put his own. He's one of those, like, I can't do everything for you, but I'm going to get you in the door, and then I'm going to get you the interview. Now you just got to talk.
At that point, you just can't be stupid. Like, I helped you out enough. So, all that to say, I don't even know what type of music I'd be fucking doing.
I want a rap verse, and I'm coming out like 50 Cent, Tyler Creator, where like 50 Cent where he's talking about, what's that one song where he comes on and calls out all the artists?
Oh,
I want a 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar.
Control.
Yeah, Control, but 50 Cent has one where he's like, he's talking about, I would rob you, and he's like telling people how he would rob them.
Okay.
I gotta look the song up, but I want something like that. Where I'm just calling, ooh.
I would also want that, but I also think I could never be a rapper. And I know I could never be a rapper because you got to rap. You can't be hitting bars every single time. And I would feel like if I'm wasting lines, I'd be like, what is this? What am I doing?
Yeah.
I also could never write down, like, I don't even know, like, what's a fucking... a random ass song where just like some shit is repeated. Like it's not even like it's
Like a chorus or what?
yeah, but like
Oh,
it's not even like a chorus. It's like you're just repeating a word.
Yeah.
Like if I put that down on paper, like yes, it's a fire chorus. I'd be like, this ain't it. Even
Right.
though it might sound fire.
Yeah, you gotta have that irrational confidence and just be like, okay, I can do whatever, whenever.
Yeah. So
I think I would either want an R&B or like 100 type verse. Get the Game and Drake.
where it's like a
It like, I want something that's gonna bring people back to the song and have to listen to my verses. Like, cause like with Jax, you can kind of tune Jax out and just wait for Drake's. But with
Yeah, if you're not, like,
100,
the biggest
I
fan.
think the Game like held his own, and it's like, no, I need to listen to the Game's third verse too,
yeah.
because the song is just so great. But Drake perfectly fit. Because I don't feel like Drake really got the best of the Game on that song. At the very least, I think it's neck and neck. But
Yeah,
like if you get like
yeah,
a,
Game didn't get washed.
if you get like a fucking Problems Drake, it's like, well, damn, nigga. If I'm not K-Dot, I'm third.
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta be careful with the feature, because if you get some, they're just gonna skip your song.
They just gonna skip your shit.
Because it's like Jax is like, unless you're a big Jack fan or know
Mhm.
him, you're
I
gonna.
c- I
A lot of
skip-
people skip it.
Yes.
I just skipped to his part.
Yes.
I don't. I like Jack's part.
I like
I
Jack's
like
part,
Jack when he
though.
actually raps.
Yeah.
I've said this thing, bro. I don't like the. I get it with that which album? His last one,
Mm-hmm.
where he was doing his little kind of like his
Come
Drake
home,
flow.
the kids miss you. Or something like
Yeah,
that. Is that what it's called?
cool, but
Yeah.
I like when he raps. I like when he
Me
raps
too.
and talks his shit.
Me too.
I think I like Jack best when he's doing like the pop rap shit.
What
Like, what's poppin'?
First
Like
class.
I like what's popping.
What's-
I don't like first
no,
class.
sorry. What's that? Bow. What's that? Bow.
Oh yeah.
That song. That's what I meant.
Nail Tech.
Nail Tech.
I like Nail Tech.
He was walking through an airport, so
No.
I identified that song with First Class.
I like the shit he did with Lil Nas.
Yeah,
Industry Baby?
yeah.
And at
Do you like
first,
Tyler Hero?
huh? Yeah, I like Tyler
Tyler
Hero.
Hero, did you please tell me you like him and my God, that's in jail. What's that? Black on Black. SUVs? You don't like SUVs? SUVs is so fire.
I feel like it. I don't know if it didn't get promo enough or what it was,
It,
but
it didn't get no promo
like-
almost, but I was like, this song is
and that was
fire.
like Pooh Shiesty was like fire,
Eating,
like at that point.
eating,
Like so, I'm like,
yeah.
why did this not get like?
That was weird.
Oh yeah, I did listen to that song because it's not on an album or anything. It's just like a single.
Yeah, it's a Lucy.
This backstage passes. Oof, they are such. I need them to drop a duo album.
Who?
Him and EST.
Oh,
I love it whenever all of their songs together are fire. Every single one.
ESTG is a weird rapper for me.
Why?
I can't tell if I like him a lot or I don't care for him at all.
It's not hit or miss, but I get what you're saying.
Like
You mean like? Go ahead.
he's kind of like,
He hood.
and I think that's what it is in the sense of like,
Oh yeah, the
there's just-
identification.
there's
I mean, I can't listen to him all the time. I
the
have to-
label.
I have
There
to
it
be in
is.
a certain- I have to be in a certain mindset. To tell what
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying
got to
to
be
do.
like.
I'm not gonna clean the house to listen to ESTG.
No. You got to be in the mood
Or
of
do
like,
homework or something.
I
He-
could go rob someone. Right
He
now.
reminds
I wanted
he
to.
reminds me of Lil Baby, how I am with him in the
Yes.
sense of like either the song is super fire or it sounds like all the other ones you made.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just sometimes I'm just
It's
like,
tough.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he's good. Like, he's a great rapper.
It is
Without a
random
doubt.
because he just randomly drops stuff, and I don't know if it's because I'm just not in the loop of those type of artists
I
or
think
what it
that's-
is. I mean, he also be having cases, so you can't really like put everything out
Yeah.
because you gotta kind of be low.
Mm-hmm.
But
Damn.
because that last album he released, I was like, I just randomly seen it on Spotify one day, and I was like, when did this drop? The
Oh, was that the one with? I don't know, cause I know he dropped like. There was at least.
I never. Because he dropped 2 albums
Yeah, it
in
was like 2.
2022. I
Yeah,
never
yeah,
felt
yeah.
none, and last one's felt. I've actually never listened to either of these. Now I'm looking at them.
I
Last
like
one I
some
listened to
songs
was
off
Bigger Than Life for Death. Damn.
I
So
like.
2021.
I don't know what happened. I think I heard him
Oh, no, I've never
on.
felt none.
I don't know what song it was, but then I was like, okay, I need to go listen. Like to where I need to go listen to him without Jack.
I think he's got a Future song that I like.
What, Chickens? On
Yes.
yes, that one.
Yeah.
I was listening to that at the gym.
Yeah. No.
Or is
On
it
the
Shoot It Myself?
goddamn,
No, it's Chickens.
Okay.
it's Chickens.
Chick. See, that's what I'm talking about as a writer. Like, I could not just be like, write chickens on a paper 17 times in a row and be like, this is going to be fire. Chickens.
That's all you need, man.
That's why I know I couldn't be a rapper.
Oh, yeah, it's difficult. I've done a half verse, though. Shout out, Matt. I've done a half verse that I recorded in somebody's basement. I think it was Matt's basement on the Hands on the Wheels by Schoolboy Q.
What's a half verse? How many lines are we
It's
talking?
like 8 lines.
Okay.
Because it's like a 16. So it's like 8 lines. But I could never get
16's a full verse.
Yeah. That's why I said half verse. 8
Yeah,
lines.
you said 8.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, it was like something. Oh my gosh. If I can see it right now in the old, you remember how on iPhone it used to have like the yellow memo pad?
Mm-hmm.
I can see the lines right now on it, but I can't remember what something and down.
Yeah.
That's how I came in on
You
it.
hit a little double,
Right? I could never get that part.
He got $1 million on the hard drive right now, locked up in Dubai for you.
Listen, come on,
feeling like
man.
Future. You're like, damn, bro, if I can get that verse.
I swear to God.
Let's do that last one because we're getting
Okay.
sort of close on time.
Go ahead, Devin.
Okay. So I was at the bar, me and my girl. I think it's like a Christmas bar or something. And we were both, inebriated. That's a good night normally, for me at least.
Uh-huh.
Me and my girl, whenever we drink together, it's good things, right? So we're having a good time, and it's just the conversations are hilarious. They just feel funnier than what they normally are. I'm dying, right? Or like she's giving me some tea on one of her friends or some shit.
When you drunk,
You dry snitching right now.
no, well, here's the.
Uh-oh.
When you drunk, all right. Let me phrase this. All right, if you're sober and you're listening to your girl tell her stories about whatever, it's cool. Like whatever. Like
Yeah.
Shit low-key kind of annoying.
I'm
Hey,
listening.
I didn't say that.
I'm listening. Sometimes you may be the problem, but I'm not gonna say it.
No, yeah, baby.
Now, if I'm drunk, all this shit, I'm
Right.
bending
They
all
said
over. Like,
what?
are you serious? And no way.
Right.
But go ahead.
So that just made me think about it. Is like those conversations sometimes can be the best. Now you have situations sometimes where they're not the best.
You gotta be
know.
very careful where you go. Very careful.
Very, very careful.
Bring up some things that might hurt your feelings.
might hurt yours, hers. It's like, and then you look back, you're like, damn, I shouldn't even have brought that up.
How comfortable are you guys?
We're very comfortable.
Have you guys had the talk about previous sexual experiences?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's where
Yeah.
that's where it gets
Yeah.
not fun.
Yeah.
It gets fun at first. You're like, oh, let's tell our whole stories. And I tell my
Oh, no.
yeah.
I ain't never asked that.
So you never,
I'm not asking about hoe stories.
We just talk about funny situations.
just funny situations.
Yes, I've heard that. And here's the thing, though, is I've asked and that, like, people you've dealt with before. And then, like, I'm like, all right, well, I know him and him. Now here I am trying to figure out
Trying to put the dots.
who your middle school sweetheart was. And I'm like, for no damn reason.
Gotcha.
Oh no! I never. I don't want no names. Don't give me names, but we can talk about. Don't give me no description of the dude. But I've definitely had some where like, oh, let's trade stories back and forth, and I've realized that a woman's always gonna win that.
Always.
Because, well, at least for me, I gotta work for what I get, and
Right.
so I
Right.
remember not my last ex, but my previous one. He was just cool one night. We was just drunk, and then we was like, hey, let's talk about our whole stories, just to whatever. It was a bonding. It didn't make us a little closer. But it's just like you start trading stories, and then it gets to a point where you like, I gotta say a story that's more of a hoe story than the last one. Like I gotta start upping you.
Yeah.
So then it gets to a point like I was like 4 or 5 stories in, and I'm like, I'm out of stories, and she keeps going, and it's like I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad that you experience these things because it's before me.
Right.
But now I feel some type of way because I'm like, bitch, you was more of a hoe than me.
The funny part, like I said, is they start telling the stories like, damn, she was more fun than I was. Like she gonna start thinking I was lame.
Right.
That's why I get worried. I'm like, oh, she
exactly.
think I'm a square.
I was really just a pit stop for her life. Like she's like,
Damn. Okay.
If you make me
yeah.
realize how dangerous situations are, I'll be like, you gotta put yourself in a scary situation, don't you think? They'd be like, ha ha, Kiki, I did this, did that. I'm like, okay, I'm glad it turned out well, but that could have very went south.
Yeah.
Is that what happened at the bar? Or is that just you just had the fun?
No, we normally just have fun. Normally. I mean,
Those 3 normalies in a row.
Oh, shut
He
up.
thought about something.
I was trying to say, I was trying to race through my mind to see if there's any drunk conversations that kind of went south. I don't think so.
So you shared your whole stories and never felt no type of way?
Well, actually, so 6 months in, I made a pact to not talk about it anymore. The thing was,
Hold on, anymore. So y'all were talking about it a lot?
Not a lot, but
Something was brought up, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done talking about it.
well, just because it's like, yeah, because okay, so
If it's
obviously,
from,
because listen to me, let me explain. So obviously, because it's my girl, this is my girl, right?
Yeah.
So like, you feel, or at least I feel, a different way towards her than I felt for anyone, right? And it's more like, even like our friendship together is like crazy, right? So like, with me, y'all know this, the more comfortable I get with someone, the more I'm gonna feel like, hey, this is what made me who I am.
Devon said
type
some
shit.
off the wall shit is what I'm hearing.
Okay. So 6 months in, I was like, nah. Actually, nobody mattered before, nobody matters after. So we're just gonna dead that.
So she got mad at you.
That we would say mad, but it was just,
I was wondering if you got mad
difference
and
of opinion.
a difference of opinions that I agree with her opinion now. So it's like, okay, well, now on we will not be doing that any longer, which I'm fine. I'm fine with that. That's helpful.
Do y'all ask about the body counts?
No, I don't.
Have you ever asked?
I did.
No.
I asked. We just had a conversation. Like my last one, we just had a conversation. She was just like, "How many you had?" And I told her, and I was like, she looked at me funny.
I think I got that out of the way. Like,
Okay.
once we were like established, I think we both like kind of wanted to know.
It's cool to know.
But it's not even the sense of like, I need to know to make sure like
Yeah.
you didn't sleep with 50 dudes and you were hooking up with 50 women. But it's
I didn't know your experience level.
that's
Like,
what it is.
Do you know what you like yet?
Yes.
That's a good part. That's the reason why I don't know. I want someone to know what they like before you know what I'm saying? Or at least you got to know what you like enough to be able to say, hey, this normally works better. Like, if you don't know everything about yourself yet, cool, because I don't feel like I do either. So I want us to learn
Let's
some
discover,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? Let's go down the trip.
But you need to at least know, hey, I know normally A, B, and C kind of gets the job done. So if you want to just stick to those, like, we'll have a great time.
Yeah.
So then I'm not fooling around.
We haven't been together long enough for you to be trying to fuck around and figure out what works. Like, you fucking up yourself and your own reputation right now.
Exactly.
And I kind of like you, so
let's reach what makes you climax the most consistent. And
Yeah,
let's
and
go then we can build on that.
I'll make sure game plan is always this, but if I want to try some shit out,
Let's see.
cool.
It's like, here's the thing. I'm on a timer anyway, so listen.
Yeah.
The more I know the answers to this quiz,
Yeah.
the quicker that we'll be all right. We'll be all good.
Is there a... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say that's why I think some girls, they need to sleep with more men because a lot of girls or women will be like, dudes give out trash dick. Give it up.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to say my number, but there's I've slept with enough women to the point where it's like I've gotten it was cool, got the job done, bad, great. But when you only sleep with 5 dudes, there's gonna be one. You're gonna be like, oh, only this one guy knew. You only slept with 5, and my percentage for like, oh, this is something I definitely double back on is less than 20%. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're shooting 20% with dudes too, and you only slept with 5 dudes, of course there's only gonna be one, and you're gonna think, all dudes just don't know what they're doing. Nah, I low key need you to go ahead and get to that 30, 40 range. You feel me? So you got a good handful, where you like, oh, what?
I'm laughing at that.
What did I do? I'm okay with that.
Your face of agreement was
It don't have
hilarious
to be
me.
30, 40, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
But yeah.
I'm just saying.
But I need you to have a
wasn't
handful
expecting
where
that
you've
was-
been like, oh, okay, well, I know because these 7 did this or had this attribute. That's what I like. If you just, this only one dude made me climax, or this one girl made me climax, and you're like, how you know that? You just only experienced one thing.
Right.
So how we know if something else won't work?
Exactly. Yeah, no. Yeah, you got to be experienced.
I think that was a thing too for me. It was like getting in a relationship. Like I didn't want to get into a relationship and like not know what I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like sometimes
We like to
there's-
play this game that sex isn't everything or it isn't a big component of a relationship.
you knew where I was going.
If I'm in a relationship with somebody and the sex is trash, we are probably not going to stay together.
Yeah.
And that's not even like a dickhead thing to say
Right.
because like if I'm not having a good time and you're not having a good time,
Then we're not compatible.
and that's fine. Like we
That's
can
fine.
we can be friends like and all
Right,
this
right.
shit, but like that is a big part of it. Like you have to
Exactly.
be able to
Exactly.
work with each other when you're
Yes,
in that setting.
yes.
And so that was my thing was like if we're going to be in a relationship and like let's say something isn't working outside of sexually speaking,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be like this is the tipping point like
Right.
oh yeah, like we don't really get along and he got trash dick. Like
That's why you got.
You dead in
I
the
can work
water.
on my mentals or
You
my
dead in the
approach to
water.
my approach to a
You
relationship.
dead in the water.
If I can't fuck, then it's over.
It's
like
done.
Because you at least need a baseline.
Yeah.
It's cool. Don't get me wrong. Because I think too, as you get to know someone, the more times you have sex, the better it can
It
get.
gets
'cause you're
better.
more comfortable.
Absolutely.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But if you don't know the basics,
Yeah, you gotta at least
That's
be
why
basics
you got to get somebody.
on the sex part.
I
yeah.
forgot what the it was a movie or a show, and this dude was talking to this guy. I think it might have been it was 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay.
Where the black guy, he was like, you need to go fuck some of these hood rat bitches.
Yes.
Because like
Yes.
if you do perform poorly with them, it don't matter
Who
because at the end of the
cares?
day, who cares? But you don't want to find the one and you just become
And you're
trash.
fumbling.
lights are too bright.
Yeah.
And you're fumbling.
Yeah.
Like
You only get
everything
one-
is hitting. Conversation. I like hanging
Great
out
personality.
with her. Great personality. She's nice.
Her
she's
friends
caring.
like you met her friends a couple times
love-
now.
And
And
you
here we
just
go. All
can't
right, first time.
Get it right in there.
And it's like not every
That
woman's
was
the
gonna
same.
sting.
I can't be having the training wheels on top of like still trying to figure out the other relationship. part.
No.
Because at least if you have something in your bag, we're like, okay, I know some of these work for some of these people. You can try something.
Yes.
One of them, something will hit.
At least
it might
something's
not
gonna
be
hit.
the best orgasm they ever have, but if you can at least get them to have one,
If I go down swinging, at least if I use my finisher, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, all right, she
We're not
lasted the
compatible.
finish. Like it is what it
Right.
is. But if you go in blind, then it's like that's a
You gotta at least be a one-way player. You gotta at least be able to hit.
you got to have
field.
a move.
You gotta have something.
Talk about last pod. You got to have your niche, your ability to do
Yes,
something.
you have
You're good
to.
at one thing.
All right, because if you're not, strike out, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy-o. And it, it just,
and at least two, say you do it right.
right?
She tell her homegirls and y'all don't work out.
Oh, shit.
Now she know though, but now she know. Hey, he put her through the rounds. Maybe she won't find out. But if you
Pick by
end up weak,
association.
did I tell y'all about that?
What?
You know how we say there's a hierarchy of like the group of like the girls. So
Okay.
I hooked up with what I would say the third ranking one. So I knew though she would tell her friends. This was like when I lived in Chicago. So I knew she would tell her friends, or at least I was like, if I perform well enough, she got to tell them what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I'm like putting in the work just so I could be like, yeah, let this get to friend number 2
Right.
and number 1, man. That's what I'm trying to get.
Work
to
its
run.
way up the
Yeah,
ladder.
Work its way up the chain, just so they could be like,
Chain of command.
I
Oh,
wonder what
shit.
he's on.
Yeah. I won't.
Yeah, no, me too. Solo camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was single man talk.
Solo camp.
That was single man talk.
Solo camp.
I've never done that. That's disgusting.
Never. That's crazy.
What do you got, Terran?
Make sure you wrap up and say sex is great sex because you don't want that late text. Fuck. I
Saying I'm late.
Yeah,
Text.
whatever. What Lil Wayne said. And like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube, like the TikTok, messages,
Comments, shares.
let us know your body count. No.
Down below.
Winner
Down
gets a
here.
prize.
yeah. Devon, what you got?
Continue to follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Just make sure you subscribe. Share it.
Yep. Peace.
Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, scanning on whatever we feed on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on. Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, scanning on whatever we feed on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on.